And good evening as we welcome you back as we follow severe weather that has been issued. We'd like to welcome everyone with Twin States News as we'll cover the weather tonight with CBS 24, NBC 30, and Fox 30 as well. We do have a tornado warning that has just been issued. Let's go to radar and get on this so everyone can see what we're looking at tonight. If you are living in Jasper County, you live in Clarke County, this is where you need to take your safe place immediately. As we see here on radar, this is going to head right toward the Enterprise area. This is a very serious storm as we look at this. We also have a thunderstorm warning that is issued for Newton County here. This is a thunderstorm. We have 2 tornado warnings here, and we have another warning going off in the background that we'll get here in just a moment and see where that is. As we look at this, this is going to be a pretty serious storm as it comes across. We're starting to show here that we got shear winds as we zoom in on this, 69 miles an hour. Bay Springs area right along in there. As we come here and we see where Heidelberg is, we focus in on this, and this is what we're looking at here. 81 mile an hour shear winds with this storm. And any of this, again, this is radar indicated, can drop down and do damage. This is Lake Como. This is going to be cutting, as we look at this here, is Paulding here in the area. If you live in that area, be ready for this. This is going to be at Paulding within 11 minutes, Orange within 20 minutes, Pachuta, you will have the storm within 20 and 21 minutes on as we get into Beatrice, Waterby, and then in half an hour, Stonewall will have this storm. As we look at the leading edges of this, shear winds involved with this, 68. Now, this is a 1 mile wide storm. We go back down here. This is 68, what we're looking at. We have another cell with this also in here running about 69 miles an hour. This is Turnerville. Let's back out where everyone can take a good look at what we've got here. This watch box, how it lines up. It's going to come down just north of Bay Springs, cut across Highway 15, just shy of making it into Lewin, and then come below Heidelberg and go right into Clarke County. Now, let's turn on our locations where we can show where you live in these this neck of the woods and what all's involved in this. As this comes across, this is going to come right through the Paulding Courthouse area. That's involved in it. As we look here also at Lake Edens, all of this area here included into it at Rose Hill. As we get into Clarke County, and as you'll see, the center of this storm is headed to the Paulding area and will cut right through Stonewall and near Enterprise in these areas within 30 minutes. So if you live in these areas, any of these watch box areas, seek shelter now. This is a very serious storm as it comes across. Now, the box, this is going to be, if we look at Clarke County, this is Highway 45. This is Shibuda. It will be north of Shibuda, and this is going to be somewhere near the DeSoto community. It will cut across right at Manassas. If you live at Manassas, you are in this watch box area with this storm. We follow this on up, and this will go over to the state line just north of where Shiloh is and then go all the way to the Lauderdale County line, taking in Snell and all of these areas here, right up to the Lauderdale County line, and including Clarkdale High School. So if you live in this area, you are involved in that. Now, let's back out, and I want to make absolutely sure we hadn't gotten a whole new warning that we're not aware of.
It's a thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale.
Yes, that's what it is right there. Lauderdale County. All right, severe thunderstorm warning, and we'll look at this as well. This will be until 8:45. The National Weather Service a few moments ago issued this for Kemper and Lauderdale. Again, running until 8:45. Radar indicated a thunderstorm located near Duffy or 13 miles west of Meridian, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Meridian, Cicalina, about 740. Daleville, you will have this at 750. As we look at this, this has been a slow, steady climb toward our area from the west as it's come across. Now, to all of our friends that are here in Newton County, look at this rain. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for you as well until 7:45. But this storm here is something to be really concerned with. If you live let's get in these roads and pay close attention to where this tornado warning is, and then we'll go back and we'll look at the severe thunderstorm warnings in a moment. Jasper County, Clarke County. If you're watching me, seek shelter now. All right, let's go in here. This is all going to be east of Bay Springs. We look at our first line of this. Here's Lewin here. This is going to be right at McNeil. This is going to go through Mulberry, Gridley, these areas here. Now, this is ranking in at a 7.2 with shear winds of 81 miles an hour. And what we've watched on this radar in the past of these storms that move across, this could very easily Anything that's over a 7, 7.2, 7.5 can quickly turn into a tornado and be on the ground. Again, it's radar indicated what we're watching, but we need to be very careful here. If you'll look at this, this is going to cut right across right here near the Rose Hill Post Office and then right into Clarke County, just north of Enterprise, and then into Lauderdale County. So be prepared as this storm comes. All right, let's move back down here as we looked at this first cell. Here's another cell that we're looking at that is 1 mile wide. This is rated at a 7.2 as well, 70-mile-an-hour shear wind. So if you're in this area in Jasper County, all of this area, please be in your safe place. If you're in a mobile home ahead of this, get out now. Go to where you need to go for a safe place. We zoom in on this, and let's look closer to where these roads are and where this is. This is Folk. As we get down here, this is going to be across some pine trees areas. This is just right off some roads. This is County Road 29. Just to the east of there is where the front of this system is. Now, there's another one that is following directly behind this. Let's look at this as it's making its way through Jasper. This is a 7.2, 81 miles an hour, cutting directly across some of these roads. Let's look at this. This will cross County Road 27. It will make its way directly here toward where it intersects with County Road 291, 293, and 2931. If you live in these areas that I'm discussing anywhere on these county roads, don't hesitate. Get to your safe place now. Now, as we move across, we've got several of these that are in the county as we look at this. All right, and let's get you backed out where you can actually see what's happening. Here's Bay Springs. We're going due east and northwest of Heidelberg, right in the center here. Here's Lake Edens. This is all around Lake Edens. If you're in that area, seek shelter, as well as here, right here at the Paulding community. We've got 5 storms or cells that are headed directly in that direction. We see that this has 80-mile-an-hour shear winds. Again, ranked at a 7.2 out of a 10. And when I give these scores of a tornado, they rank them 1 to 10, as 10 being the worst, and then we're a little bit over there at 7. And let me pull this up over here where you can see things, Madison, on that side of the room.
TV. QTV.
All right, let's bring in Twin States News. I thought they had already joined us, so I apologize with that. Twin States News is joining us now. All right, as the television stations join us tonight, we're right now in the middle of Jasper County. And here we are, right here, in the dead center of this. Tornado warning is what we have. If you live here and anywhere in the northwestern corner of Clarke County, be especially careful. This is a warning, and we want you to be absolutely safe as you can be. This is a storm that is beyond seriousness as we look at this. Now, we have not gotten a report that this is on the ground. I'm checking messages back and forth to make absolutely sure that we hadn't gotten any reports of that. We have not. We look closely at this, and let's zoom in on here. Let's go here. Lake Edens, be prepared. There's a storm headed in your direction. We have another one right here that's going to go just north of the lake. 81-mile-an-hour sheer winds is what we have with this. This is going to cut just to the east of Paulding, where the courthouse is the center of it. Now, that doesn't mean that this can't dip down and be in this. This is a 1-mile-wide path headed for this direction toward Lake Edens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cells that is headed in that general direction toward Clarke County and Jasper County. A very serious storm. Enterprise, you will have the storm in 19 minutes. Stonewall will have it a minute after that, and it's going to be a width to go through both areas. The rating on this is what we were talking about. If you rate these tornado scales on a scale of 1 to 10, of the probability of it doing some damage, this is rated at a 7.2 with 7.2.
Oh, my.
This has 92-mile-an-hour sheer winds as we clock this across Jasper County. Let's back out where you can see this. Now, let's turn the locations off for just a moment. As you well see here, this is Jasper County, this is Clarke County. Lauderdale County at this point has a severe thunderstorm warning along with Kemper, Lauderdale, in these areas, though. But this is going to move most likely right across here and into Lauderdale County. Now, again, there's not a tornado warning that has been issued for Lauderdale yet, but I would say that this is most likely coming and coming very soon.
So you could say you can start preparing
Yes.
just in case, because you don't know where it's going to turn.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look at this, let's zoom back. Do you see this right here? These circles are shear winds of what we've got. They can do as much damage if they touch down on the ground as an actual tornado. We've all seen wind damage, and that is what we've got going on here at Jasper County. Let's turn these locations back on so you know in relationship of where you are. All right, we're right here at the Paulding Courthouse. Right there, that road dead ends if you've ever been down it, right there where the building sits. We're just almost on top of that. Let's look at this. This is County Road 31. County Road 3121 here. Here's 31. This leads right up to the courthouse there at Paulding. County Road 16. This is going to be moving right through that area. We've got another cell just east of there as we look at this, nearing Lake Edens. This is County Road 16. We have shear wind sitting on top of that road at 70 miles an hour. This will head directly toward the lake as you see this. Here's Lake Edens sitting here. This is our second one. This is a very serious storm. This is our third indicator of bad weather here. This is Mulberry. This is Gridley. This is Folk. Right there. Chunky, Mississippi. Be ready. This is headed in your direction within 23 minutes. Again, with this 92 mile an hour shear winds. If you will notice on this radar, all of this yellow, you see these little bolts here? If you're watching this, this is where lightning has struck in the last few moments. As we look at this, lightning struck here at 7:41. That was within 15 seconds ago that this popped to the ground. These were actual strikes to the ground that have hit something. We look at this on this one at 7:37. They're all over the place here in Jasper County. And the further north you go toward this Clarke County line, we've got a bunch more here. Right across the line into Clarke County, 7:38, we had a lightning strike, 7:37. So within the last 5 to 10 minutes, it's been a bunch. We want you to heed warnings.
I've got reports of hailing in Collinsville right now.
Already hail moving into that
Yeah,
area.
So it's moving in really quick then.
All right, let's back this out where you can see. As you well see here, this storm that is sitting here, and again, if you are in the Jasper County area, Clarke County, and let's go ahead and call this that southwest corner of Newton County and Lauderdale County, the southern portion, you need to be in your safe place. I don't want you to wait. We don't need to wait. We see where this is going. This is going to be a warning fired off here in just a little bit. I don't see this breaking down anytime soon. A very dangerous storm as we watch. We've got heavy rain in the eastern side of Lauderdale and all of this system moving in here from Jasper County. All right. I just had a question of, are there any warnings for Hickory? There is not at this point. This is going to move. It's a lot of rain in Hickory, as you'll see, but the actual tornado is going to be just to the east of you and moving in toward Lauderdale County and also Clarke County. All right. And again, as we look at this, this has not made it to Clarke. I just want you to know that it is on the direction, it is on the way. Let's back out and let you get another good look at this as this storm comes across. We've been watching this down here also. Hattiesburg has a tornado warning. This is moving northeasterly and will most likely come right across here. It could clip that southern portion of Clarke County in a little bit. Now, everybody watching this in the Meridian area, this is what we've been warning about all day. All right, let's zoom back in on this and take a closer look at this as radar has updated and has moved a little bit closer. Let's look at this. Let me hit refresh and make sure.
It's slowly making its way up to Meridian.
It is, and it will be there very shortly.
Woohoo!
All right, let's look at our wind speeds of what we've got going on here. Let's get some roads and let's turn on some locations so we know where you are. Ashley Bonner says, Marlo, what is Meridian looking like? It's looking like we're going to get some weather here in just a little bit. No warning yet, but it will be. All right, all around Paulding. This is going to be Lake Edens if you're in Jasper County. That's not far from here at all. A lot of folks go fishing there and live there. Beautiful place. All around this area, we have a tornado warning. This has moved over now. Folk is the line. We move down. This is going to take in Kalani as we move over. Barnett is in this area also. All the way up here around Orange, these areas. Let's zoom in and look at this. Right here, we've got winds of 81 miles an hour. They rate this at a 7 out of 10. This is going to move right across here. You see this fan. This is a 30-minute window. This will cut right across the lake on the western side of the lake right there at Lake Edens. This will move across. Y'all see this? If you live anywhere in this fan, take shelter now. All right, we've gotten another one that has popped up here. And again, this is one of the bigger storms that we've gotten in quite a while this afternoon, giving off this many red flags. We've got right over Lake Edens right now, if you're in that area, 81-mile-an-hour shear winds. And let me explain how these circles work. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's on the ground. It has the potential at any given moment to dip down. We've all seen this happen before, to where it dips down real quick and it goes back up. But it is in the air, which means it is possible to harm you. And we don't want that to happen in any shape, form, or way. Let's look at this new system here, that new cell that has popped up on radar. Now, we come on this, and this is going to be County Road 3125. This is County Road, let's see here, I almost missed it there, 31. This is just to the east of there. This is cutting across some pine trees. We have 92-mile-an-hour shear winds with this, and this will be at Enterprise in 14 minutes. We'll make the city limits of Meridian within 29 minutes. It's a straight path for Lauderdale County as we look at this. Now, where do you live in relation to all of this? Dunn's Fall, this area is coming right through there and will make its way, you see this, right toward cutting across where structural steel is, and downtown Meridian toward the hospitals is where that is headed, in that direction.
So it's going like right in the middle of town.
Yeah, the heart of Meridian is where this will head. Now, again, at this point, let me remind you, they have not issued a warning for Lauderdale County, but this forevermore keeps creeping a little bit closer with this. Northern Clarke County is involved in this. We look at Clarke County, this whole area that is in this. This is going to be down the south end of this at Harmony on Highway 18. This will cut across and take in Archusa, Mars Chapel, Mars United Methodist, Cooper's Chapel, right there, over to the far eastern side of the county, on up to Mathis Peaches and Clarkdale, all in this warning at this point. Enterprise, Stonewall, y'all on top of this. Pachuta, y'all now have some winds of about 92 miles an hour. Let's zoom in on this.
92 miles?
92 miles per hour is what we got this. And this is a 1-mile width storm, which means we're coming up on, here's the post office in Pachuta right here. It's just west of 11. And in between 11 and 59 is where this storm is, as it cuts across a lot of wind with this. This is where it blows your garbage can away and you can't find it. We move back across here and we start looking across the lake. Look at the different cells that are moving northward out of here. Let's start here.
We got some extreme wind with debris north end of Pine Springs Road.
That's on Pine Springs?
That's not good.
All right, well, thank you. And again, if you're watching on television, we invite you to also watch us on Facebook, or you can watch us on YouTube, Scotty Ray's Weather on Facebook, or you can join us at Sam Media online, and you can comment with us and tell us what's happening in your neighborhood so we can keep track of this. As y'all all see, these storms are headed in our direction. We watched it slowly tonight. All right, we look at this, and again, this is just north of the lake. And the big picture of this is going to come right into Lauderdale County. Newton County, we see this clipping the corner here, just east of Chunky. Now, no warnings right across that line as it comes, but these winds are headed in that direction. It's a mystery of if they will fire off a warning here or not. All right, let's look at this leading edge of what we've got on just north of the lake. Let's jump here. 81-mile-an-hour shear winds. The second storm that we've got here. We've got 58-mile-an-hour shear winds with that. Look at all of these. We go back to this one, 81. Again, each one of these are a mile wide in circle. That's 81 as well. And then right here, just to the northwest of Lake Edens, let's zoom in on this road here. We come up. This is going to be County Road 1638. Anybody live in that area? You know where I'm talking about. This is the direction is moving northeasterly. The threat keeps moving more easterly. We're watching all around here in Clarke County. Pachuta, y'all be on your P's and Q's as we watch this. We've got a lot of wind sitting right now on top of 59. That's in between there and Highway 11. Again, inching closer and closer to Lauderdale County. And look at this rain. Now, if you're watching us and you're in Newton, let me look at this here. Most of the heavy rain has cut across east of Decatur, moving right here toward the Lauderdale County line as we look at out in Collinsville. That is pouring rain. We get here at Lazy Boy at Newton, all the way from Lazy Boy on I-20 to about the split where you get past Lost Gap. It's going to be where you can hardly see to drive. Be careful if you're in that area. And as we see these storms, they're going to make a direct inline path toward Lauderdale County. We're all right here. What was your question?
Follow that cell in Clarke and Jasper that was warned for a storm. Is it tracking toward Lauderdale?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's what we're watching here.
A lot of people are saying around West Lauderdale, the elementary's getting pretty bad over there in that area.
And now, what I want you to everybody realize, if you are watching me and you are in Jasper County, you are in the western portion of Clarke County, you need to be in your safe space. Do not get out. Make sure that you're in your safe place. If you're in a mobile home, you're out of there. As this just keeps getting a little bit more and more worse. And again, this is going to come into the western side of Lauderdale County. As we see this, it's moved a little bit from the downtown area to the west side, and that would cut across right there into Lauderdale. But again, we don't have a warning there yet other than a thunderstorm warning. This is our major threat, Clarke County, Pachuta northward toward the county line, and we have a lot of lightning strikes still hitting here. Let's start here and just zoom in on all of this. Just to the west of the city limits of Pachuta, this is Interstate 59. This is going to be at Enterprise in 9 minutes. If you're watching me, Enterprise, y'all take shelter. Meridian, 22 minutes is the timeline, and then this will travel on from there to Marion. Now, this is calmed down on this one just a tad. We dropped from a 7 to a 6, 6.6. So that's showing some signs of this storm decreasing a little bit, but still our shear winds with this are 81 miles an hour. So it doesn't make any difference. Should this touch down on the ground, it will do damage. It will snap trees, and we will check power outages in just a moment to see where we are on that. All right, here's Beatrice. Here's Pachuta. This is going to be coming up on, let's look at this county road that this is going to be coming up on here. County Road 311 in Clarke County. Y'all be prepared. We have another storm that is headed that way towards Stonewall in 7 minutes. It'll arrive at 7:59. Enterprise, you will get this within 9 minutes, just a little bit after 8 o'clock in Meridian, 25 minutes. With this again, 92 mile an hour shear winds are capable of touching down with this. And y'all see that, don't you?
Someone is asking, when will it go downtown in Meridian toward the hospitals?
We are probably,
estimate.
We're 22 minutes away roughly from these storms coming out of Clarke County where they are now and reaching downtown Meridian. And it will get there. And the Marion area, about 29 minutes. I see someone ask about that. This area right here, and let's look at this, orange. It is on top of the orange community now. If you live there, please seek shelter. We look at this over here, 81. Let's look at all these different cells here. We got a 58 shear wind involved with that one, 81 here we come across. And this is two different cells. Look at this. They're almost sitting on top of each other. 104 miles an hour.
104?
That is 104 miles an hour shear winds involved with this storm. Now, this is going to cross. Here's orange right here, and this is going to cross County Road 22. It will cross County Road 224 and then make its way. Again, this is the direction. And again, it can calm down before it reaches there, right there. And this will move back into Clarke County and then into Lauderdale County in the southern edge and cross I-20 there. As we turn back on locations to let you kind of know, right sitting there is Goodwater Baptist Church in Lauderdale County. That is the path that it has taken, and it will be just west of Stuckey's Bridge. Now, everybody's safe in Clarke County. Everybody paying attention? I do hope so. Enterprise area, y'all need to be in your safe place. All of this area north of Pachuta, all around Pachuta, all the way. Now, as we look at our watch box, this cuts across just below the co-op if you're downtown. Now, the nasty weather is to the northwest of you. Never take for granted that something can't pop up out of this. You are in the watch box. But our main focus is this right here. This area here in eastern Jasper County is raining so hard that I doubt that you could see your hand outside. That's how heavy that is. Stonewall, as they mentioned there, No wind, light rain, lots of lightning. It's just to the west of there. Here's Stonewall, if you'll notice. Not raining really at Long's Fish Camp at this point. We got some light showers there around the Stonewall Piggly Wiggly, but we've got it coming that direction. Look at this. Let's zoom in on this. Orange. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cells that is following this. This comes out of Rose Hill and goes right over to Orange and dead into Clarke County and connects with Pachuta as we cross this. Again, treat this with respect. We want absolutely every one of you to be safe after all of this passes. All right, let's focus on this. Let's look at the big picture again. Let's back out where you can see where it's headed. Let's take the locations off. Meridian is in the eye of this as it makes its way there. Again, let me remind you that Lauderdale County at this point has not been issued a tornado warning. It only has a thunderstorm warning, and we go north of there, and that takes in part of Kemper County, that southeastern portion just above the Ralph Morgan Rodeo here. But this is what you would call the center of attention tonight. Western Clarke County, if you are watching, we just got it. I'm going to guess and say that this is most likely Lauderdale County that has just been issued.
With how it sounds outside, I would assume so.
It usually takes just a second for it to refresh here and catch up. And we'll give it a second here, and we'll focus here and let everything get caught up on this. All right, let me turn this back on here. And again, we're live, and this is the way things just kind of happen as they come about here. Severe thunderstorm warning, and let me do one more refresh, and that will show light here in just a second as to what we're getting. All right, we're getting some warnings here coming out. All right, let's go back and focus on this. This is going to expire at 8:30. That's still a few more minutes on this. Lauderdale County, still only under a severe thunderstorm warning, and this is what we've got. This is the tornado warning that was just issued there. This is for Laurel until 9 o'clock. That was just issued a moment ago. Jones County, as we look at this will be near Moselle and Laurel by 8:15. And with that being said, will be another round that we watch down here in Hattiesburg that will make its way to Clarke County once again. So Clarke County, it is not over for you as we see Jones County with this severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning. Let me take that back. Now, let's focus on the weather that we have right here. As we were talking, just how bad this is. In eastern Jasper County, the threat from Montrose and Bay Springs is past. And we've only got this area here stretching over 59 back over in these areas here, just about 10 miles. And let's look how far this is. Let's go up here so that you'll kind of know distance-wise as we look at this. The center of here, this is roughly only 8 miles from the Lauderdale County line as we look at this. And we do this circle here. That's a 6-mile wide path there from any direction of where these cells have been popping up there in Clarke County. And let me take that and clear that off so we can see there. Now, the shear winds are starting to die just a little bit as we see that, but definitely still Lauderdale County in these areas making its way here. All right, let's turn back on locations and look at our areas.
Some lights off in Pachuta. Power is flickering on and off in Blackwater. It's looking, power is going off rapidly, it seems like.
All right, let's go to EMEPA while we're talking about this. We have 184, now that you brought that up, Madison. Let's go here and take a look here. We've got 184 people that are without power that are on the service with EMEPA at this point. As we look here, 21 in Lauderdale County. We're not showing any there, and we have a little bit of Noxubee in those areas there that are without power. Now, let's move over and let's go back and go down and take a look at some of our other services. Mississippi Power. Let's see what is going on with Mississippi Power as well as we do those, and then we'll also look at Central Electric as well. Just get a bird's eye view of everybody of what their power is at this point.
We got reporting of tight circulation just southwest of Enterprise.
All right, that's serious. Now, we've got Mississippi Power, as we pull this up to show you, without power now. 596 customers, 526 rather, is without power now. As we show here around Hickory, we got some outages. Bay Springs, on down in these areas, all through here without power. As we come across, let's take a look here in the Noxubee area. Well, they're doing good. No bad weather in those areas, so good news on that. All right, let's go back to radar and expect power outages because we have had, with this wind, it's just going to pop limbs left and right. All right, as we focus back on radar, let's go on here. Now, if you live in these areas here, north of Cooper's Chapel, north of the co-op, all around here is what we want to pay close attention to. All right, Enterprise. This is going to be just west of the Dollar General. Let's zoom in on this. Here's the Dollar General and Enterprise. Here's the high school. This is going to cross here in just a little bit, County Road 360. Right now, this lies in between just west of Adams Street. This will cross County Road 360 and toward 370, cutting across, as we look at this, County Road 375, toward Lauderdale County. Let's look at what we've got mixed in with this. This storm, and again, anywhere from the Dollar General right up to the Enterprise High School over to 59 is the path of this storm. As you see this fan, at anywhere in there, this could drop down. With this, we're toting 92-mile-an-hour shear winds with a rate of a 7.2, 10 being the worst. This will reach Meridian within 15 minutes. We will be at Marion, Mississippi within 19 minutes and Noxubee within 25 minutes. Now, let me, did you have something to add?
New warnings into southern Lauderdale. Circulation has moved in the area. Sirens are being activated now.
All right.
Check southern Lauderdale.
And that would be right here, and that is it.
Tornado warning for Lauderdale and Meridian is going off.
Right there.
Why not has a tornado warning?
All right, southern Lauderdale County, as you mentioned, until 8 o'clock, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Stonewall. We were just looking at there, northwest of Quitman. This will be at Savoy around 8:10 by 8:20, Marion 8:30, Noxubee, Alamucci by 8:35. Again, Lauderdale County, seek your shelter now. As we kept talking about that this was coming. All right, we're getting
warning went off.
another warning there, and we'll find out what that is. And I'll focus in on this here for a moment. Now, Enterprise, you are still got some serious weather going on there. This is the tornado warning that is still issued. It's going to be in effect until 8:30. Y'all see that? As we look at this, let's zoom in on this. We've got lightning strikes that happened about 10 minutes ago there. That was 7:49 that we had lightning strikes. That one was just a moment ago. As we look at this as they come on and off. Not wanting to act right there. Let's look back at this. Again, we're looking at this as where the path of this is going to go. And this, all of this area around Dollar General Enterprise, you're involved in this storm with the sheer rate of wind. Now, as we look at our path here, this is where this storm is headed. Y'all see that. Meridian, 13 minutes, be ready. Marion, 18 minutes from now, and Noxubee, it will be knocking on your door within 22 minutes. A very serious tornado warning that has been issued.
So who would you say should probably start to get ready to take cover?
Northern Clarke County, and also anybody, and let's talk these boundaries of what we've got in Lauderdale County now. As we come into southern Lauderdale County, just west of Lost Gap, this is going to be the line. It's going to cross I-20 and go right up here, and it's almost at the doorstep of the Rock House Trading Post. If you'll see that, that's our line. This will take in the country store, go over to Bailey, and then cut across and take in Northeast High School, all of these areas in between, and go back right across right there at Dalewood, and then go all the way to the county line. And as we look at this, eastern Lauderdale County is involved in this also. Areas of concern, as we look at this storm move out of here, all of this area here where Plant Sweat is, y'all be ready. The storm is going to be moving through there. And as you see these colors on radar, this is extremely heavy rain to where you cannot see. Now let's go ahead and pull this up while we're looking at this of what the wind is doing. Let's look at damaging wind. Now, this is green. Y'all look at this. This dark green area is where damaging winds are coming with this storm. Let's turn this off where you can see a little bit better there. Do you see that? All of that area there. It very, very dangerous tonight as we look at this. And let's go back here and turn that back off to where you can actually see the radar once again. All right. Okay, let's look at this now. As we talk about areas, we've seen a lot of wind with this, and most likely, and we could see very easily some wind damage from this. Straight line winds do just as much damage a lot of times as tornadoes will. We've been in close contact with the Emergency Management Service tonight, keeping track of everything with them. Sirens have been activated. Lauderdale County, I was double checking texts.
People are getting sirens now in Meridian now.
Yeah,
since
and
it's
now,
headed this way.
We mentioned this morning. Let me remind you of this. Anywhere in the county, when one warning is issued, it goes out all across everywhere in Lauderdale County. These are our areas. We're still watching these northwestern Enterprise area. This will last until 8:30 tonight for Clarke County. 25 minutes remaining on that. Now, as you see, they just moved this up. This is going to be Clarke State Park. If you live south of Clarke State Park, you're safe now. Just rain there at Pachuta, but north, all of this area north of there, taking in the far side of the county toward Lauderdale, is under this severe thunderstorm warning. So we want to make sure that you are taking your safe place. Why not? Y'all are involved in this. The areas of rain. All right, here we go again with some winds, and this is going to be just west. Let's zoom in on this. Twisting storm, possibly headed toward the Wynot area. I just got a text from the radar. It'll do that. And this is going to go right through the southeast area here. All right, let's look at this. This right here is Highway 45 if you're coming out of Clarke County. See how the storm's moving northeasterly? This is packing 81-mile-an-hour shear winds. Now, the threat has dropped somewhat on the tornado level where we were seeing 7s and 7.2s. This is now 4.5, but still straight line winds involved with this. This will be at Noxubee in 19 minutes and reach Cuba, Alabama within 25 minutes. Let's zoom in on this a little bit closer where you can see this area here. Anybody live out near Clarkdale? Seek your shelter now. Don't wait around on this.
Yes, get in your safe spots immediately.
Yes, we don't want anything to happen to anyone that's watching us. It is, as your mama used to tell you, better safe than sorry. Let's zoom in on our roads here so you'll know this. This is County Road 352 in Clarke County. This is County Road 350. It's just to the southeast of there. And this will cut right across Highway 45. Here's Clarkdale High School. Here is Mathis Peaches. This is where, right over east of here is where Progressive Pipeline sits. Right down, that's where Progressive Pipeline is right there. It's just going to be down the road from there. This is going to cross into Lauderdale County. Let's look at where the direction of this is headed so that you'll know where this will be. This is the Girl Scouts. Right here is where Long Creek ball field is, and it is aimed toward the southeast Lauderdale High School area. We'll cross Highway 19 south and go right on out 20 toward Cuba, Alabama. That's the way it's exiting the county. Now, the watch box, as we've talked about before, goes up to Northeast High School, cuts across to Dalewood. So if you're at Dalewood watching me tonight, you need to be in your safe place now. Don't wait. Get there now. Now, out in the West Lauderdale area, there's still a severe thunderstorm warning that stretches up to Kemper County, on up to the Chicken Shack where Baca Valley is and back down. But that's only a thunderstorm warning. It's still raining very heavy out here by Chet's and West Lauderdale Elementary. We see that the Samdale Monument, you've got heavy rain coming up on that. The airport here at NAS Meridian, you're going to get this band that comes across, but you are not in the warned area. It's right here, splitting in between Owls and Highway 19 and the Rock House Trading Post, and you have where the back porch is. That whole area there is where the line cuts across where the tornado warning is. This takes in, this right here is the country store. If you were to cut across here on State Boulevard Extension, go to the country store. Pine Springs up this area here. We take in all of this area here on North Hill Street. where the church is, Northcrest Baptist, and we go all the way to the red light, all of that area, taking in Marion, Lamar School, on up to the soccer complex. And it's just going to be north. If you were to come to this dead end from Northeast High School and go toward the Cotton Gin, Topton, right there, Lockhart, it cuts just shy of reaching y'all. It's south of there where this warned area is tonight. Now, this is the path. Let's go back down and look at this. This is still in Clarke County, giving havoc to the county. It's been some rough weather through there. Madison, have we gotten any reports from the Clarke County area? Anybody reported anything inbox or anything to that area?
Clarke County?
Yeah. What have we gotten comment-wise as far as Clarke County? Any damage in that area that anybody's reported?
So far, just mostly power outages. No one has reported anything yet.
Okay.
But we'll be waiting on that once it fully passes away and be able to read those off. Because all I've gotten is just power outages.
Okay. So now if you've got damage, you live in Clarke County, anything like that, we'd love to know about that. And this is how they keep track of everything of damage. They need to know this. All right. Let's
see. I just got a message.
All right.
One of the circulations near Lauderdale in Clarke County, one just north of Enterprise, and the other is northeast of Stonewall. Some circulations.
Yeah, and this would be what
crossing
we're
the
looking
lines.
at. All right, let's go back into Clarke County because all this, we're starting to see heavy rains here in Lauderdale County, northern Clarke County. This right here is going to be Clarko State Park. We follow Highway 45 up. Let's zoom in on this. This is going to be Roy. This is Middleton, right in between there. Let's get a little bit closer here. This is County Road 473. This is County Road 474. 69-mile-an-hour shear winds. And this is rated at a 5 as it comes across through here. That can do damage as well. As we look at that circular motion there, that is a 1-mile-wide storm there with heavy wind in it. Look at this from Enterprise. As we come from Enterprise and move across Stonewall there from Long's Fish Camp, look how heavy this rain is as it crosses Highway 45. And this is moving northeasterly in toward the Lauderdale County area. Starting to see some breaks down here west of here, but if you're still leaving from Quitman, headed over on County Road 512 back over to Pachuta, it's going to be heavy. Our warned area is still north of there, tornado warning, as we have this for Lauderdale County and also Clarke County right now. Again, for Clarke County, let me remind you, you're under this until 8:30. Lauderdale County, you're under this tornado warning until 9 p.m. tonight. It doesn't get any more serious than a tornado warning of damage that can happen. We've watched this slowly come across the state today, and it has arrived in our backyard.
It's coming in fast. There's a new tornado warning for Noxubee, just east of Macon. Circulation is developing and increasing very quickly.
All right, right there is what you're talking about. Macon, Mississippi. Y'all be looking out for that as well. We'll keep track of that as well. This is going to take in just east of the hospital, taking in Kentucky Fried Chicken toward the county line, Pickensville, Alabama. If y'all are watching us from that area tonight also, y'all be careful. Tornado warning there as well. Kemper County, what we're looking at, we have a lot of viewers that watch us from the Kemper County areas. We come down, we take in that Wahalik area there from the Baptist Church. A lot of rain in your area, but thunderstorm warning is all we're going to get. And that watch box cuts over to Kemper Lake, comes down to the Cowboy Church there, and across Highway 45 to Baca Valley and straight up through Giles, taken in Bennsville and all of that area out at White Horse Mountain. East Mississippi Community College, all are under this thunderstorm warning. Oh. All right, we hear another siren in the background, which means we're going to get another warning here in just a moment. All right, let me turn this off here. We'll give that a second to see what that actually does.
Someone is asking if it has passed Enterprise yet.
Past Enterprise?
Yes.
No, you're still in the watch box. We now have a tornado warning for Kemper County.
Oof.
Let's refresh this. All right, Kemper, y'all keep a close eye out. And here we are right here. This is going to be eastern Kemper County. If you are in the city limits of Scuba, you need to seek shelter now. Anywhere, as we were talking about this watch box a minute ago, is narrowed down from the Cowboy Church. It goes right across where the Chicken Shack is. goes due north, taking in Baca Valley. It will take in all of the city limits of Scuba. It will miss. Now, this is a very narrow edge here. It will miss, won't make it all the way to Wahala. This will cut across at Presley Bottom right there and go up into Bennsville, where the United Methodist Church is, and just this barely eastern side of Noxubee County, right across there. Kemper County, y'all watch this. This is back in this area where this tornado warning has just been issued, and it will last until 8:45. So we've got 8:45 on Kemper County. Let's move back down here. Heavy rain if you are in the Damascus area, if you're traveling south on 39 toward Meridian for any reason tonight, that 2-lane road until you get to where you go to the naval base is going to be very, very hard to see. After you pass there and you get to the Samdale Monument, you move into Lauderdale County. You see that? We will go over to West Lauderdale Elementary right there. This is the high school. This is the elementary. In between the two, it's going to pick up a lot of rain there. Chet's Paint and Body. We move over here to Arkadelphia Baptist Church and move across, and we're seeing this heavy rain now at NAS Meridian. We go out here to the Ralph Morgan Rodeo. It is just west of where you are at the CEFCO. Now, again, our tornado warning is just south and does cut right across right there at the lake. Y'all see that? If you're at Dalewood, we want you to take your shelter now. The watch box has not moved in Lauderdale County, but as we see, this southwestern corner here is where we're focused on in Lauderdale County right now, and it will move northeasterly through the county.
The Noxubee one is confirmed, and it just crossed Prairie Road.
All right, and that's going to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
Prairie Point is where you're talking about. Confirmed tornado. Pickensville, Alabama. 10 minutes from now, y'all will have this storm. Reform, Alabama, in half an hour. With that being said, and let's take a quick look at that, this is 81-mile-an-hour shear winds involved with this also. We cannot stress this enough of taking shelter in this area. Noxubee County, this is going to be east of the hospital, downtown area. Many of us have traveled through, if you're not familiar with Macon and know all these areas, I'm talking about Prairie Point and Mahana Bridge, those areas. You come to the four-way stop there, the only stop sign you'll find up there in the Oak Inn, that four-way stop, is just east of there. If you've ever gone to Starkville, you'll know where I'm talking. We move down back into Kemper County, Bennsville area. Heavy rain in between. This is going to be where the dump is, in between Scuba and DeKalb. Heavy rain for you folks. Be careful. We can't stress it enough. The tornado warning takes in the Cowboy Church all the way to Scuba, out to Giles, and out to Bennsville, into that eastern side of Noxubee County. Let's move right on down.
I've got a tornado warning for Lauderdale County on my phone.
That may have been running just a little bit late because
okay, I was wondering if this is going to be like a new one, like, oh my gosh, there's like 3 tornadoes, but no, there's not. No.
Yeah, it's the original one we've got. All right, now let's look at these storms here. Highway 19 south, we've got storms that are going to be headed in your direction. Y'all seek your shelter out in the southeast area. This is going to be headed in that direction of about where the Boy Scouts are. Within 17 minutes, it will cross out of Lauderdale County to Cuba, Alabama, and make its way to York, Alabama within 22 minutes. Right there is McElroy Trucking. It's going to come across just east of where McElroy is. I want to say that's Lake Louise. Y'all see that? That's the direction it will take out of here. Let's zoom in on Lauderdale County now. Let's start looking at what we've got down here.
We just got strong circulation south of 0.
That's right there.
Power is out in 0. There is, people are saying tornado is coming towards 0. So I might want to.
That's where we are. 0
Okay.
community. Right in here is what we're looking at. Y'all seek shelter if you're in the 0 area. All right, let's come across and let's look at roads. This is right here. This is going to be the Long Creek Ball Field. This is the Girl Scouts. Y'all see that? It's just south of there where Cliff Williams in between. Let's zoom in on this road here where y'all will know where I'm at. Fisher Road, if you're anywhere in this area of that's Long's Lane Road. And this is Fisher Road. In that area there, we have on top of this area, this is rated at a 5.1, shear winds of 69 miles an hour. And again, that's making its way out of the county toward Cuba. But let's back this up. Where you can see really good here. Let's put that shaded area. This is a 30-minute block at the end of this. Y'all see that? And it will be right at the Boy Scouts within 30 minutes. All right, let's turn this off, and let's zoom in on where we've got these other 2 cells that are really cutting up. This is Causeyville Road. If you live on Skyline Road in Lauderdale County, seek shelter. This is on top of y'all right now. Look at this wind that we're getting with this. 68.9 miles an hour. And it's a 5-3. We've got 2 different cells almost on top of you.
Yeah, 0 community take cover now.
Yeah. David Terrell Road, do you live there? Do you know anybody in there? Call them. Make sure that they're safe, that they know about these storms that are coming across. We don't want anyone hurt in any shape, form, or way. What do we got here that just popped up? This is showing 81 mile an hour. 81. I can't get it out, Madison. 81 miles an hour. Sometimes that can be a tongue twister. Let's see here. Seek shelter. Owl, and that's right. Do that. We'll get back to the northeast area. Somebody asked about that. Let's focus on the southeast.
Else just popped up on your screen right below that.
Yeah.
That brand new one.
We've got the southeast area right now as this thing moves northeasterly. If you're anywhere on 19 South, Ricky Bobby, all my friends out at Why Not Motorsports Park, y'all seek shelter now. Again, let me state this. Do not stay in a mobile home. With all sincerity, when we bring this up, that is never, I don't want anybody to ever think that we're going, oh, you live in a mobile home. No, you can be killed is why we bring this up. It will flip them and tear them apart in a moment's notice, and we don't want that to happen to you. So with all sincerity, look at this in Lauderdale County right now. Let's go here to the ball field. Causeyville, y'all seek shelter. This is right on top of the ball field. Causeyville, Why Not Road. This is going across Causeyville Road, Causeyville, Why Not Road. We have wind shears of 69 miles an hour. This is a 1 mile radius here in the pine trees as it reaches that area. All right, let's go right here. This is going to be Gene Carr Road, Causeyville, Why Not Road, Gene Carr Road. Do you live there? Anybody know anybody in that area? Call them. Make sure that they're aware. 58 mile an hour shear winds with this storm. 1 mile wide. Let's cut back here. As we watch this one at 81 miles an hour that is headed toward Cuba out of the county. Let's close that. That one just, it's something else. Right here, Causeyville Road at David Terrell Road and Skyline Road. We've got a lot of wind there. 69 miles an hour. Be careful, folks. Seek shelter. Any of this area right here with Irby Road, Rob Sims Road. Do you live there? All right, this is going to cross, and this is right here is Shiloh-Vinville Road. Let's look and see what we've got here. This is clocking at 81 mile an hour shear winds with this, and that sheer rate of it becoming a tornado is on the scale of 1 to 10 of 5.3 is what we've got. It can damage. Now, again, I don't want anybody to, without being boots on the ground, this is all radar indicated at this point. We have had several comments of people saying they heard things. If you've got damage and you're able to let us know, please let us know what is going on in your neck of the woods.
And it says major circulation in 0, really bad.
And let me check this real quick. I'm getting a lot of comments about power. And let me do a refresh here and see what we've got of the folks that are losing power. We got 1,000 people now. Let's pull this up right here. And the MEPA is on the job. 1,000 people. We got 20 people in Scuba. 877. Let's look at this. Just south of the Meridian area, 0. 800 people here. This is where the storm is cutting across right now. A lot of power outages. As we do this list here, Clarke County 43, 796 people in Lauderdale County. Now, keep in mind, they are on the job. They can only come out when it's safe. They'll be there as soon as they can to get the power back on. We don't want to put anybody's life in danger that is doing in this. All right, let's go back here. Let's look at where these storms. I didn't pull that up where everybody else see, did I? This is the southeastern side of Lauderdale County. Now, if you live on the west side, past this side over here, past Lost Gap, you're in the clear. All is good. It is going to be from the airport back toward the edge of the county, still in that watch box. But as you look at this, the severe weather is west of MCC has kind of moved out. There's still heavy rain, but right in here, from let's take this from North Hill Street all the way out to the county line. to the Bama state line. Again, why not area? If you live on Highway 19, anywhere from the state line all the way to downtown Meridian, you need to seek shelter. If you live on the other side of the interstate, seek shelter. These areas here of Noxubee, this storm is headed in that direction, and we want to give you as much lead time as absolutely positive to seek shelter in your neighborhood. We don't want you hurt at all.
Where is this the tornado in zero going to? Is it going northeast?
It's moving northeast, and it will cross Highway 19 and then into Alabama. We urge our friends in Alabama to be ready.
People are saying it's pretty awful in zero right now where the tornado is at.
Yeah, it's very bad there. Now, as we look here at Clarke County, it's gotten better here down by the Clarke State Park. It's moved east of y'all, and only out here in this energy area that is still in this watch box. This goes up to Clarkdale High School, up to Mathis Peaches, kind of an angle there, and goes toward the county. Getting better for Clarke County there. This, again, will expire as they, my little Doomaflunky turned off, and we can't have that. As we look at this, this will go until 8:30. As we move back into Lauderdale County, let's zoom in on this, and let's see here. Kemper. I have not talked about Kemper in the last second. I need to tell them a thing or two. What we've got in Kemper County, downtown Scooba is now under a thunderstorm warning. This has moved just east of Scooba and Lover's Lane. If my Kemper County friends know where I'm talking about, Lover's Lane is where the tornado warning comes across. It cuts about midway through Baca Valley, right through the pastures and pine trees there, taking in Giles, on up to Wahala, and just east of Wahala, rather, out to Bennsville. Only there. This is going to be Old Highway 45, Millington, after you go past East Kemper High School, and this is the road that goes back into 45. This area east of town, if you live on 16 toward the Bama state line, y'all be in your safe place now.
Now, people are saying sirens are back on in Meridian now, so it's probably getting a little heavy.
As we look here, Bonita Lakes area, somebody asked about that. That is still definitely in our watch box area. If you live in Bonita Lakes, you need to have shelter now. Within this area here, east of there, and we got a new warning just thrown. We'll see what that is. It'll take usually 5 to 10 seconds for everything to upgrade for us to know where that warning is. And we'll know here in just a second. Thunderstorm warning for Clarke County is what that is going to be. Let's refresh here. Let me turn these off so it won't blind everybody when we hit this refresh button and look at our area here, what we've got. All right, this is going to be Clarke County here. Thunderstorm warning as it comes across this eastern side. Y'all have not gotten this rain yet, but here we go. Yeah, right there. All right, let's turn our locations back on and go in here for everybody to see. And we say thank you to everybody that's either joining us here live online or if you're joining us here at Twin States News on television. Whichever way you joined us, we appreciate it. Our main goal is to keep you safe and tell you where these storms are in relationship to where you live. All right, why not? We've talked about y'all a lot. We've got this tornado warning still here, including energy moving into Clarke County, northern Clarke County, into Lauderdale County. This is just a few feet away from the raceway. We've got 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. Here's Rodney and everybody here at Wyandotte. This is going to be south of there as we zoom in on this. This is J.W. Reynolds Road, where this splits right into Mosley Lake Road, J.W. Reynolds Road. Y'all seek shelter here. A lot of wind with this coming up on Highway 19. The rain isn't as heavy. This is the head of this with the storms as it makes its way toward there. All right. Let's see here. Linda Jane wanted to know how Giles looked. Y'all have got a lot of rain. You are still under the tornado warning. Do not come out of your shelter yet, Linda Jane. You stay there where you are.
Now,
that's Highway 16 east of Scooba.
A reminder that just because it's a confirmed circulation does not mean that there is a tornado on the ground.
Correct.
There's just circulation going on, and they're watching it to see what's going to happen.
And that's what we've got right there. All of these areas where these circles are, it doesn't mean that it's on the ground, but it gives it a better chance of dipping down. And we watch this on radar, and we'll give you the streets and names of where it's crossing. All right, we just had Alabama go under a tornado warning. Right there, University of West Alabama, Livingston, y'all are under a tornado warning now also. Let me turn this back on. As we look at this warning will go until 9:15 for Livingston, Alabama. Y'all be ready. Ward, Alabama, all of these areas here, right up to Demopolis. Tornado warning for y'all. This includes Cuba, all of these areas here east of Meridian. Let's go back in on this here and look at 19. As we look at this, we're looking at wind shears. This is rated at about a 5 is what we've got. It will reach Cuba, Alabama within 13 minutes and York within 21 minutes. So about 8:50, this storm that's sitting right here on the other side of 19 will make its way to Alabama. Y'all see this Highway 80? We want y'all to be safe as well. It is a tornado warning there for all of this area here. Now, as we go back up, they have not really pushed this watch box far into Lauderdale County. They've kept it pretty steady where it is here, right at Lost Gap, right up to the Rock House and where Owls is and out where the back porch is over to northeast. Still there. Let's zoom in and look at these winds that we're getting. Let's see here. Here's Noxubee. This is going to be coming up on Alamooch. 81-mile-an-hour shear winds is what we've got here. Now, we zoom in a little bit closer to look at our roads and all that we've got affected by this. KOA Campground Road. Y'all paying attention? Russell Mount Gilead Road. This is in your area. This is going to be moving northeasterly right there toward Kewanee. We want everybody in your safe place in these areas, and don't wait around. This is not something we want to play with. Hopefully, this will all stay in the air and will never touch down. That's
a lot of people saying it is calmed down, the wind and rain. There's some debris on Mini Farm Road.
That's going to be right out by Fisher Road, Mini Farm Road there at the four-way stop. Now, I just had a question, and let me because I don't want anybody to think that I've left them out. Nell was asking about in Kemper County, this area up here, the Bennsville area. Bennsville, just as we spoke, the tornado warning now has been canceled. Linda Jane, all of y'all in this area, Jimmy, everybody that lives in this area, Little Billy, y'all are good to go now. This tornado warning has expired and moved over toward the Geiger, Alabama area. This is Kim Waste. Y'all have a tornado warning there. This is going to go on up toward Aliceville, Alabama, all of those areas there. Now, east, this tornado warning that was in Macon has expired, which is great news. Scuba, y'all are in the clear. The rain has moved past the four-way stop across where Briggs is. All right.
See. Got a message.
All right. Yeah, and the National Weather Service, have you got that same message?
Yeah, the confirmed tornado storm.
Yes.
Let's see.
All right, let's move down and watch that. We come down, we look at this area here, and again, as we talked about Kemper County, y'all are good there around Scuba and Giles. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in the southeastern portion of Kemper County, coming on right on down to Lauderdale County. Y'all see this? All right, we've moved our watch box, and we picked up an intensity.
A mobile home has flipped over in Noxubee with people trapped inside of it.
That's in Noxubee County?
Yes.
Do we know are they telling what area that is?
Not yet. Just Noxubee with people trapped inside of it.
Okay, well, let's send up some prayers, folks. And this is probably going to be right along in here somewhere. Noxubee County, this area that was east of the Kentucky Fried Chicken is what we're looking at. And as someone finds out, please pass along to us those areas there. All right, let's move back down here of what we do know where tornado warnings are still live and hot. Alabama, Sumter County, Alabama, y'all pay close attention. Lauderdale County, this has gotten worse.
It's northeast Noxubee County.
Northeast? Mm-hmm. All right, thank y'all for passing that along to us. As we get more information, maybe some pictures on this here in a little bit, we'll pass that on to you. All right, let's look here. Our watch box area has moved east into Lauderdale County, but a very dangerous storm still remains in Lauderdale County. This is a tornado warning. This is going to pick up here right at the Lauderdale County Ag Center, go due northeast of, it'll be just east of Highway 45, cutting across right there at the lake. Delwood, y'all are still in this tornado warning. This takes in Noxubee and all the areas of Wynot. Let's start here in the side here of what's just below I-20. Let's zoom in on these streets here. It's several storms that we're looking at here. This has 104 shear winds, 104 miles an hour.
Whoa.
Where is this headed? It's going to be in Cuba in 7 minutes, and York in 14 minutes. Now, let's turn that off where we can look at these roads here in Lauderdale County and let you know.
In Noxubee, strong long track. Take cover now in Noxubee. Take cover now.
Yes, right here we are here. Shelton Shelby Road, Kewanee Road South, Smith Spur Road. Y'all need to be in your safe place now. All of this area here, all around Kewanee, be there. All right, let's back up here. Here's a second leg of this that is coming. All right, as you'll see, here's Noxubee. This is Kewanee in this area here. Let's look at what we've got. Alamooch, y'all seek shelter. We have 92-mile-an-hour shear winds with this storm. It will be in Cuba in 11 minutes in York. So what we know for sure is that eastern Lauderdale County, and this is going to head right toward Cuba, y'all are next in the line of this bad storm. Let's look at the streets here. Here's Noxubee. This is going to be Tom Bailey Lake. Let's go due south and drop at this. Look at all of that rain that is in there. Heavy, heavy. Alamooch. Be ready. Let's look at this road here as it crosses. This is Linton Road right there. That's going to be New Hope Church. As this comes across, this will cross right on top of Sam Hurt Road. Do y'all live in that direction? Also, Old Wire Road. Anybody live on that road? I want you in your safe place now. Seek it. Don't waste time. Go there now. Protect yourself. As we've said many times on how to protect yourself with these storms, make sure if you've got a football helmet, put one of these on. Hard sole shoes. What kills people is head damage. And if you are thrown, this will cause damage to your head and kill you. And that's why we say wear a helmet, a bicycle helmet, a football helmet. It doesn't matter. We got another warning going off in the background.
Tornado warning on my phone.
I'm going to say this is going to be Lauderdale County now and back into Kemper County. It is.
People are saying sirens are back.
They are. All right. This let's back this off where everybody can see. We've got really 3 different tornado warnings for Lauderdale County and into southern Kemper County. Let's start here. This is going to be a tornado warning until 9:15. If you'll look at this line right there, and then this one will be until 9 o'clock. And this last leg here on the south end of town is until 9 o'clock. So we have 2 9 o'clocks and 1 9:15. One of the few times that I have ever seen 3 tornado warnings issued for one county, and we now have that in Lauderdale County. The National Weather Service expanded the Tor Warn headed north toward Dalewood. It is. That's what we're looking at here. Dalewood, seek shelter. If you're anywhere near the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, Lauderdale, Mississippi, if you were working at the store, if you were traveling Highway 45, let's don't beat around the bush. Seek your shelter now.
The Noxubee cell is headed north out of the polygon. So it's heading out of it and moving on.
All right. Let's look at our winds. Let's talk about our locations and squares and what this takes in so you know in relationship to where you live in this storm. What we're going to do is start here. We've got thunderstorm warnings down in Clarke County. No tornado warnings. I want y'all to be aware of this. This is going to be right here at Long Creek Ball Field. This will go over, taking in also the area of Causeyville, over to Wyandotte, pouring rain there, the Boy Scouts, and cut just right here, Sam's on the hill. It's going to be east of there, right past Bonita Lakes, right there at the Coliseum, at the Ag Center. It will go northeasterly from there, right up here to Noxubee. And let's just go on and quit splitting the 3 and go all the way to the end of the county. This will take in the runways at NAS Meridian back toward Alabama. Here's Northeast High School. Y'all are out of the threatened area. It's going to be east of Highway 45, all of Dalewood, all of this area out here near the Simmons Wright store. If you live in that area, and I know that there's a lot of rural routes through here that are 2-lane. Don't drive. Don't get out in this. As we see people asking other people how they're doing. Power off in Bassick City. Dalewood, do take cover now. There's a lot of you that we don't want hurt now. Let's see, lights flickering in North Hills. And I'm afraid that we're going to still have more power outages than we have right now due to the fact all these limbs and things snapping.
I was driving through town today, and I still saw damage from last week's wind, and it was not pretty at all. There were so many trees on power lines that I saw when I was coming through.
I was looking. I just made a quick look over there to see if we got any more inbox messages of areas of what all they're getting. Let's go back to radar here. This is what is important. We are just like y'all. We worry about our home, our friends, and family. We had a little damage here today at our house of wind.
Gosh.
It took down, and how it did it, I'll never know. But I have a shop, has an 18-foot wide door on it, bolted to the wall, slides up and down. Completely took it off. And this was noonish. That wind was rough. I had a question about Clarke County. You were under a thunderstorm warning. This takes in all this area from Shibuda, right up Highway 518, crossing Highway 512, and then cuts over easterly right there at Clarke State Park. All of downtown equipment is under this. We do have a tornado warning now in Waynesboro. This is most likely headed in the direction of Clarke County. Y'all see this? This is not over. Clarke County, y'all be on your P's and Q's. If you're in Waynesboro watching tonight, seek shelter now. This is a very serious storm here. Look at all of this.
I see the tornado is on the ground in Noxubee. It's 8 miles from Cuba.
Did we get more confirmations on damage in those areas?
I've not gotten any damage reports on it.
Okay.
Someone said tornado on the ground headed for Delwood.
Well, and of course we don't know for sure that that's on the ground. That's someone sent that in. I don't want to spook somebody without it being confirmed. We'll try to get in touch with more of the folks there. All right.
No power and zero. People are wondering how is zero.
Zero. It's going to be just to the east of y'all. Zero is looking good out here now. This is all going to be.
It seems like it's passed.
Yes, it has passed.
Okay, it's not confirmed or reported on the ground.
Right. I want to clear that up. We do have the possibility of tornadoes in that area. I have not in any way gotten a confirmation of anything being on the ground. We want to be very clear on that. But Livingston, Alabama, y'all be ready. These storms are making their way out of Lauderdale County toward you. As you can see, we're starting to see a little bit of a break there on the wind shears are not popping up like we were getting earlier. Now, all across Lauderdale County, we do have still a severe thunderstorm warning as we look at this until 8:45, which is 4 minutes on this western side of the county. Now, they're not going to extend that. That's going to fade away and go away. Eastern Lauderdale County is a different story there. That we've got the tornado warning that, and I am seeing here as you look at radar, this is starting to break. Let's see here. All right, County Road still tracking 3 other systems. All right, as we look at this, let me.
Someone said there's power out in Wynot.
Well, so power is out in that area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm sending a message to Lima and see what we can get out of that. If we get a message back from Lauderdale County Emergency Management, and we can verify what they know has happened in the county. We want to be absolutely sure. Delwood should take cover now, is what Lima is saying. No power in the Noxubee area. All right, y'all do. All of this area in Delwood, these areas through here. As we talk more and more about this, let's look at some of our roads here that we know are in the gun on this. Noxubee, and this is going to be the Smith communities. You go over to Kewanee, all of this. This is, again, as I've brought up several times about how you just can't see in front of you. That's what we're looking at in these areas. It is raining so hard. We move northward through here up to the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, starting to see that, look at that, that's a break. It's going to move out and be a little bit better here around the Ralph Morgan Rodeo here in just a little bit as we track all of this. Boy. Now, I don't want anybody to think that you see these red squares that I've got. If you still live within this area, don't go, oh, well, it's over. Because tornadoes don't work that way. They are a very dangerous system that can, without sometimes radar, and as we talked and let me explain about this radar situation that we have in Lauderdale County. We live in an area to where they took away the radar system that was out at Keyfield years ago. We rely on Jackson, and we rely on one in Alabama. They built a water tower in Brandon, Mississippi that blocks the radar, and it does not pick up as good as it used to. But due to that, are they going to fix it? There's rumor that they're going to build a new tower over here. They have not done that yet. So when we start seeing these sheer winds, take cover. We don't want to take anything for granted until all of this area is fixed and that little what if is taken out of the air, because you can be fooled. It can be blinded. And so not a scare tactic, just the facts of what really goes on here. Here's Noxubee. We're still on that. Now look at that right there around where we've got the area at the Coliseum. That is getting better at the Ag Center. The dirt's getting better out there. Long Creek, y'all still involved in all this, still pouring there at Highway 19. And y'all know how this gets past Wyandotte when you get to that Bama state line, how that road's really tight. You got to hold on to your steering wheel. This will cause a wreck in a heartbeat. And we certainly hope no one has been out driving in this tonight as this has come across. We don't want anybody on the road. If you can wait, if you're shopping now, watching this on your phone, or if you're at home on television, don't go anywhere. Wait 30 minutes. Life is going to be better. Your life is worth more than being somewhere so quickly. Mm-hmm. We want you to wait. Any more messages that we've got in Madison that I've overlooked here?
I-20 westbound reports of trees down on the interstate near Noxubee. Power has gone back on zero on, how do I say that? Adcock Road? Yeah, Adcock Road.
Okay.
Power is back on
That's
zero.
Good.
Power is out on Mini Farm Road in zero. So it's they're working right now in zero, getting power on. It seems like
that's great news. But let me just tell y'all see this? Gilbertown, Alabama. Y'all in the next, and let me use my southern language. Y'all be prepared for this. Southern Clarke County, Waynesboro, the city. This is a very, very dangerous. Here we go with 2 tornado warnings down here in Wayne County that is making its way toward Clarke County. And we see that Shiloh, these areas are going to be involved in this. Gilbertown, Highway 17, Butler, Alabama will most likely see this as it comes in. Clarke County, I expect y'all to get more. I can't guarantee it, but we are certainly thinking that you're going to get another round of bad weather here very shortly. Now, while we're talking about this, let's put this back on and let them take a look at you a second as I pull up this weather. Let's look at our power outages, where we are, and let me update here to make sure I'm giving you the right information from EMEPA. All right, tornado watch, I think has been extended for Lauderdale County. That's going to be the next thing that comes out.
Cosbyville and Wynot Road has no power right now in that area. Someone's asking if Enterprise has damage. We do not know, but if anyone in Enterprise does, please tell us.
Yes,
so
pass
we
along
can let
that.
Everyone know.
All right, let's pull this up where you know what's happening here. We're at 2,100 people now without power. That's a bunch. And as we look at that, out here in this Noxubee area where we've talked about these storms coming across, look at this. 1,100 people stretched from Noxubee down to Wynot to zero are sitting in the dark right now. Stonewall, 15. Highway 45 there. Enterprise, a lot of people. Roughly 800 people, look right there, just south of town without power. Now, as we talked about, if you grab a generator, we want to make sure that you know what you're doing on that. Make sure that your house is wired for that. Don't backfeed a line. We don't want you hurt. That could be a very serious situation going on there. As we come across, and let's take a look at Mississippi Power and see what they've got with power outages. Let me update that also. We have 2,300 people with Mississippi Power that are without power now. And this is scattered from Marion over to Hickory, down through Stonewall, these areas all the way down here. We see it all the way down to Picayune, to the Gulf Coast, some areas there, and that's why that's so big. The biggest hit that we're seeing so far is going to be EMEPA in our area here without power. Trust me, as I've talked with them several times today on what's been going on. They are on the road as soon as they can get in the area to restore the power. Let me double check here, see if I got, all right. This is what I just got from Lima, the Lauderdale County Emergency Management Team. They had 2 on the ground, 1 long track from Noxubee and Dalewood, tornadoes. This is coming from, this has happened as we've watched these storms. All right, it's good to have confirmation on that. And let me see.
So 2 tornadoes did touch.
Yeah, that is what I'm getting here. All right, if you will do this, we're going to try to get Lima on the phone with us here in a moment. If you could go over any questions. I got a couple of buttons here that I need to hit that for some reason I didn't do before we went live, and I just have to apologize as I try to figure out how to straighten that out on the fly.
Let's see. A lot of people are asking about Meridian, is it safe now? Are they in the clear? Is Noxubee in the clear? They're asking if are we good for the night?
Not yet. It's getting better. We're getting closer.
We're still on the lookout.
Yeah, we'll know here in just a moment here. And let me pull radar back up as I turn these buttons on here where you can see radar. As you'll see right there, this is getting better by the moment. And let me see if I got this hooked up just right. And I don't just yet. I'm going to call them back in just a moment. I have to have this thing set up or it will not play. That's just part of it. All right, let's see here. I think I've got that. I'm going to pull this over, and we're going to get more information here from Lima so they can tell us exactly what's going on tonight. And again, I apologize about the delay here, but we're getting this, but we need to find out. I see what we've got there. All right, we're getting back in touch now as we track down the folks there at Lima here in just a second, as soon as the phone line goes through. It's been a lot of phone service issues going on tonight. All right, Odie, you're on live with us tonight. What can you tell us that has, all right, there you are. Odie, what can you tell us what is going on in the area?
Right now we have had 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground that came out of Clarke County. One was fairly short-lived. The other one was a little bit longer lived, stayed on the ground. That was the one that went through Bentonville up to Noxubee, up towards Dalewood. We're starting to get survey teams together now to get ready to go out in the area and survey for damage. We've got plenty of reports of trees and power down and out. We do have a couple of homes that's got minor damage, but right now that's all the reports that we do have.
All right. Can you give me a closer look of the roads, maybe of the areas? You brought up a couple places there. Let's go back to the first place that you mentioned that did have a confirmed touchdown. What area are we looking at?
So right now, a couple of areas that we have is... let me get in this room.
Okay, that's fine. Again, this is.
All right, so let's see. Right now, we've got places around 60, the 6300 block of Highway 19. That was earlier, and Zero Road, Mount Horeb Church and Mini Farm Road. That took a couple of hits. Also, off the Jeffrey Acres, Sylvie Grissett Road, we had a touchdown with the tornado for sure there. And then westbound on I-20, where it crossed around Noxubee, we've got trees across the interstate.
Okay, and of course you haven't had the survey teams arrive yet, so we don't know exactly how long they were on the ground and how many feet. Do we have any idea? Have you gotten any calls yet of serious damage to homes?
None at this time. Greg is already out in the field and making his rounds. And here in about 10 minutes, me and two of the other guys will be headed out and trying to see if we can find some damage on home.
Okay, so but we have had it. Numerous power lines are down in this area, and we need to urge, as you and I talked this morning as you came and visited with us, of watch where you step. This could turn bad for anybody that's out there.
Yes, do not, even if the power's out and you see a line, do not get near that line. The wet ground, it could still be energized, and you getting on that wet ground could energize you. So definitely just stay inside. Don't get out and about right now. Anybody that has any kind of damage to their home, they can call us at 601-482-9852, or just simply call 911 and let them know, and we stay in contact with them, and we'll get that information, and we'll be out looking for damage. And we'll definitely go out and survey if someone has damage on their property.
All right.
From this storm.
Let's go back over those numbers one more time of who to call and who to report this to, Odie, because in case somebody missed it.
Definitely 601-482-9852 is our EOC and office number. If they can't get through there, call 911 and just let them know, and they will contact us with that information.
All right. I certainly appreciate it, Odie. And if you will check back with us and just keep us up to date with what's going on, we would certainly appreciate it as y'all go out and assess damage.
I sure will. Thank you, Scotty Ray, and I appreciate you helping us get this word out to everybody and helping keep everybody in Lauderdale County as safe as possible.
Absolutely. Thank you, Odie.
All right, buddy.
Again, Odie Barrett, Director of Lauderdale County Emergency Management, confirming that we have had 2 tornadoes on the ground in Lauderdale County. Serious as this made its way up out of the county from Clarke County, it made its way to us, and it was rough. We've had damage. They're going out to assess it now to find out exactly who and what is damaged. We don't know the extent of it at this point. Joining us now, let's go to live to EMEP8. Julie, good evening.
Hi, Scotty Ray.
What can you tell us of damage that we've got with power outages? What are y'all looking at? What areas do y'all know about now?
Well, right now, the greatest areas of outage are really in the areas that you've been reporting where there's possible tornadoes. We've got large outages in the Zero community. We've got the Wynot area, Suba. We also have heard of reports of a possible outage, a possible tornado in the Scuba area of Kemper County, where we also have some pretty significant outages in that area as well.
Okay, and teams, how many teams? Because you and I had talked earlier today, and y'all had extra people on standby.
That's right. We have 6 contract line crews that are assisting our crews tonight, and we have 4 right-of-way crews that are also assisting our EMEPA crews.
Okay, and have y'all been able to even get to anywhere yet, or has the damage been to where you've had to wait this out?
We have to make sure that our crews stay safe. That's our number one priority. But we do have damage assessment teams that are headed out to these areas currently. All of our major outage areas have been dispatched at this time. So we do have crews that are working to get out there. But of course, safety is our number one priority. So we do have to make sure that the conditions are favorable for them to maintain safety at all costs.
All right. Now, if you're, and let's discuss this because there's several ways to make absolutely sure that y'all are aware of who's without power. How do we get in touch with y'all?
The easiest way to view and report outages is on our website at emepa.com. You can click on the current outages under the quick links, and that'll take you directly to our outage map where you can view and report outages. You can also do that through our smartphone app. But of course, if you'd rather give us a call, you can call us at 601-581-8600 to report outages as well.
All right. Well, Julie, we're going to check back with you as the nighttime rolls on, as this kind of unfolds as to what has happened in our area. And as we have it pulled up here, and let's just run back over these numbers here. I've got your outage map pulled up. Clarke County, we're at 70. As we go down, literally, Clarke County, Lauderdale County is your biggest outage at 1845.
That's right. And the biggest areas in Lauderdale County where we're seeing the outages are, of course, the Zero community, Why Not, and then the Noxubee area.
Okay. Well, Julie, thank you for joining us and telling us that. I certainly appreciate it. We'll check back with you.
All right. Thank you, Scotty Ray.
Thank you, girl. Again, that's Julie with the MEPA as we track these storms, and as we have, it's confirmed 2 touchdowns in our area tonight. And we, without a shadow of a doubt, pray that everybody is safe, that maybe just a tree or something is hit. That's what we pray for. We can hope for the best. If you've got damage, you know of damage, let us know. It's dark outside now, so it's making it a little bit harder to see what's going on. All right. As we look at this, all right, Fox is going to be coming off of our network right now. They're going to news here in just a moment here with Fox News. All right, let's take one back look here, and then we'll jump off and come back on television in a minute if more comes of this. Let's quickly look at what we have here. Still tornado warnings in the area down south of us here. That's serious weather. This is going to be moving into Alabama. We don't have any warnings other than a severe thunderstorm warning in Clarke County on the eastern side of that.
So you could say everyone in Lauderdale County is safe.
Yes, it is. The
We're all
threat
in
has
the
moved
clear.
out.
Okay, good.
That is good. Let me show you the radar of what we're looking at here. York, Alabama, y'all are still under a severe thunderstorm, a tornado warning there. This is going to go until 9:15, 14 minutes remaining on that. And as we move up here, these tornadoes that moved across here, very serious. All right, am I getting a note that maybe Why Not has been damaged? I got a note on that. Mm-hmm. Brian, let me know if that is true or not of what you're seeing there in the Why Not area. We move up here, and we'll check in with the Sheriff's Department here in just a little bit also to find out what they can tell us. The threat we're showing here, and let's do this before we bail on all this. We are showing, here's the Macon area where those 2 tornadoes were confirmed. Noxubee County, Prairie Point area, 2 there. We have had some damage here, possibly. It's not 100% confirmed. We've got Livingston, Alabama, York, still under a tornado warning here. And within that, a severe thunderstorm warning. All right, here's our first confirmed one that has popped up on radar for Lauderdale County right there. Noxubee area there. Trees and power lines down by Shelby Gresset Road as we were tracking that across there.
There is damage in Macon. Individuals are trapped in their mobile home. First responders are there, though.
That is good news.
Yeah.
We certainly hope that trapped is the only thing that comes out of it, and they're going to be okay. All right. As we come down, let's look at this. The Stonewall area not raining now at all. Y'all are good in Stonewall. Everything's east of there. The threat will most likely at this point, as we're looking at this, move to the northeast and out of the area. This is a big concern. Here's Hattiesburg. We go over here. Now, this is a little bit out of our area, but we want y'all to know Leakesville, these areas south of town, Beaumont. This is going to move into Central Nail area, Chatham, Alabama. Y'all will have some issues there in a little bit. Now, as we look here, let's pay close attention. This is Wayne County. This is Clarke County. Moving into Alabama, we see that this is a pretty serious storm here, 7-7. This could jump on the ground at any given moment right there as well. We move up, Lauderdale County now out of all warnings, which is great. Clarke County, we see that you have a severe thunderstorm warning that will expire in 15 minutes. We move here, and we've got just rain in Kemper County and into light showers here as we move northward into Macon and those areas there. So at this point, we've covered everything for the television side. Should there be anything bigger, we will come back and let the Twin States News join us once again. We now return to regular broadcasting on Twin States News. Thank you for watching. You can follow us on Facebook if you would like more information to keep track of the storms. We'll still go there. All right. We are now back as we follow these storms here on Facebook and on Twitter. And we're also covering this on YouTube as well. Either place that you're watching us, we're glad that you chose us to watch the weather. We certainly hope that you and your family are safe. We still have this area right here that we want to watch. Let's turn on some locations here. I don't have as many locations around the Livingston area that are marked. We look here, Livingston, Alabama, still in this tornado warning that will expire at 9:15.
Let's see. Highway 145 is blocked with trees and power lines.
All right. That's going to be a mess. Mm-hmm. All right, let me double check back up here and see if I got anything further. I checked with the emergency management in Kemper County. They're not aware of any major damage, as I checked in with Ben Dudley. Let's hope it remains that way as they are scouring the area looking at that. Scrolling down, making sure we didn't miss anything. Trees down. All right, I got another note here. Trees down. Zero Road is completely blocked, so you can't get through Zero Road. Okay, let's see what else I've got here, and that's coming in from Chris. Chris is probably out cutting. Let's see. Sirens.
Let's see. There's power on the beach side of Delwood. They are safe and no damage.
All right, I got a report earlier, and this was a while back, Highway 514 down in that area there. Had a lot of wind. I'm just going back over where I had. And I got a note from Patrick Alley. He took a picture and sent in from his storm shelter. It's pretty neat there. They're all safe. We do appreciate them.
Do you know what part of Zero Road?
Do I know which now?
What part of it?
Of
Zero
Road.
Yes.
No, they did not give me any exact location as to where it was on Zero Road, just that it is. West of us. All right, let me go back up, and I got one more note that I wanted to check. And again, we're live, and we just do this as we go along to make sure everybody, to the best of our knowledge, is safe.
Someone said trees are snapping in Livingston.
Livingston, Alabama. Mm-hmm. Now, as we look at this, let's look at our threats here. It's right over Livingston right now. Y'all under this tornado warning. As we go back here, this western side of the county, we've got, 9 minutes left on this. This is for Sumter County, Alabama. We want y'all as safe as everybody else as well. Livingston, here we go.
Power is out in Livingston, Alabama right now.
So they're without. Over at the university as well. Boy. Cuba looks to be on the safer side of this. Still rain there, but our main focus is in here. Now, this entire watch box still remains another 15 minutes, and we're going to stay here until that is taken care of. We may have to go back on here in the next little bit. We're going to be tracking these storms, and as we get information of where damage is, we will. All right, and while we're talking, I'm going to send a message to Clarke County and see what we can find out as far as damage in that area. All right, have we gotten anything in the inboxes that we needed to share, Madison? Has anybody shared anything new with us there that we're not aware of?
Let me check.
Check on that for us. As we come down into Clarke County, again, we've got this severe thunderstorm warning. We've had several questions about Clarke County. You have a severe thunderstorm warning for another 15 minutes. This is going to be affecting, let's see here. The rural areas, is they've reworded that as we look at this. This is the eastern side. This does still include Manassas. This is also going to be Carmichael and also the Shiloh area. We have this tornado warning that is south of us. This is Waynesboro. Look at that. Silas, Gilberttown, Alabama. Y'all get ready. We've got shear winds in those areas of about 70 miles an hour and 68 miles an hour. Silas, Alabama. This is going to be east of Waynesboro as it makes its way. Gilberttown, let's look at this. Really, on the western side, the northern side of Gilberttown is not in this box. Old Samuel Road is going to be included in this. Wembley, Pleasant Hill over this area here. And this is going to last until 9:30. We do have some shear winds. Down further south is a bigger storm that makes its way to Alabama. Central Nell, these areas here all around Leakesville, this is nasty. We might find out more about this in the next little bit there. If you're...
We got a video of someone's front door capture of the tornado passing through.
All right.
It is pretty wild to
all right.
look at and see how huge it was.
All right, if you can work on that and getting that loaded for us on our site, we'll get that up here in just a moment. Hopefully, we'll get that taken care of. So we'll work on that. Now, as we said, if you've got damage, and I know it's dark, if you can't take a picture of it, send us an email. And we also want to make sure that Lima, who we just spoke with them just a few moments ago, are aware of where the damage is in the county. So pictures and things like that, they'll be checking with us, and they'll be able to add your area to it. Holly Kate says a larger tree down on Long Creek and George Butler Road. So avoid that area. Again, let me go back over and look at our power outages of where we're at here. Let me refresh this as we're covering this information tonight for you here. Let's see. And we're still Lauderdale County at that 1,800 mark. We've got 10 people in Kemper County and also 72 in the Clarke County area. So large portions of power is out still. As we're glancing up here, hey, Mr. Brick Gully, glad you joined us. Sherry Grace joined us there. Thank you for all doing. My mother was terrified of bad weather. Gave her a little piece. I hope so. God bless everybody that's watching. We appreciate you, Sherry. We appreciate that little note there. Diana Hill says that her daughter lives on Zero Road. Trees are down. As we look at here, people checking on each other as well. Our watches are still out till 10 o'clock, yes. But as we've seen many times here on radar, this is moving to the east. Let's let y'all see the big picture here of radar. This is what we've got. This is moving to the northeast, this line out of our area. Let me refresh this. Let's hit play here so you'll see exactly where that's going. A little different than they originally thought. You know, they were saying at one point in time it was only going to be at most some straight line winds, but that quickly this morning when we started watching in Louisiana, and I saw 8 tornado warnings at one time in Louisiana, we knew that today was going to turn out to be a day like this. Now, keep in mind, we may have another day like this next week also.
Another one?
Another day, next Tuesday, possibly. It is not confirmed, but the possibility of more severe weather. Let's look at this. And again, these are confirmed areas here. Trees down across Highway 19. That was earlier. This is that tornado there. And we have another one that was confirmed that the Lauderdale County Emergency Management is not going to post until they go look at. Now, we keep checking back up here, Macon, Mississippi, where we're finding out in the northeastern corner there, a couple people trapped in a mobile home. I haven't heard any more in the Kemper County area there, power outages in that area, and we watch that closely. A couple of the people that I have spoken to there said that they were okay, which is great news. If you live in that area, pass along some information for us on that. Utah, Alabama, still under a tornado warning. This includes Livingston. It's making its way northeasterly, and then will make its way to Tuscaloosa. In those areas there, James Spann will be on top of this in that area there in just a little bit. Spann always does, his Alabama people. Fine job. As we look at York, still under the tornado warning there. If you're not out of the woods yet, as this thing makes its way across these areas. We've seen now that they've moved this past Cuba, and the line now falls right there at Lake Louise. It's not raining there, but still in the watch box. And this is going to expire in 2 minutes. We're gonna ride this out until then, and then we'll be posting information throughout these evening hours as we get it as to what has gone on. Let's see what we've got down here. New messages. I wanted to make sure we hasn't missed anything there. Jackie Kidd, how are you doing? Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Janet Berg, also Jerry Cawthorn. Did I say that? Miss Jerry Craig, did I say your new last name good? Okay, I know you've had it for 35 years, but I hadn't said it a lot. DeKalb, Mississippi, watching there. Also, Peggy Barnacastle, thank you for watching. Michelle Sellers, just a few of the people that have tuned in to us. We can't do this without you. A big thank you to every sponsor that allows us to do this every day to keep y'all safe. We appreciate y'all. Every one of you see them on the screen there as they pop in and out. A big thank you on that. We've got just a couple of more minutes that we're watching on these here. We're at 9:13 as we, I wanted to make sure that was 12. Let me do a refresh on this to get our county lines and the storm, the freshest that we've got. Let me turn that off so you can see what's going on there. As we see Lauderdale County now, just a little bit of rain in the downtown area. This has moved east of us. Great news there. Nothing has changed there. We have approximately, and the more I talk, the harder that word is to say tonight for some reason. But that's going to expire in 1 minute and 60 seconds. And we'll call it quits after that as this makes its way on out of our area toward Alabama, these areas. And we'll do a recap of where they are before we close that out. All right, I just got a note. 4832, 4800 block, Shelby Gresset Road, we have a mobile home that is destroyed in Lauderdale County. Does anybody, do you have friends? And let's pull this up. Let me do this. Pull this up here. And let me just find this area of where this is so we can show you on the map.
Someone said there's damage near Clarkdale School.
Damage near there too? All right, almost got that. Meridian, Mississippi. Let's pull up this map here so you can see where this is in relationship. But the confirmation of a mobile home totally destroyed here. All right, let's pull up this on the screen where you can see. This is going to be right there. This is going to be the Noxubee area, and as we talked about that area here, here's the KO campground. This is Kewanee Road South. Right there at this fork is where we're looking at this home being destroyed. The 4800 block right in there. This would come up from Green Hill Road, right here at this intersection, Smith Spur Road. We certainly hope everybody is okay, but the home is destroyed. We will find out more information on that. If you live in that area, check on them. Let's see, Margie Eakes, Montgomery. Let's take a look at Montgomery, Alabama while we're on here and just glance over what's happening toward Montgomery since you're in that area. I got a feeling y'all are going to get wet, and it's not raining there yet. Let's pull this up. Here's Montgomery. This is what is in the works. Right here is a concern for Montgomery, Alabama. This will move northeasterly, and it's going to take quite some time for it to get there. This is slow moving across here, but don't go to bed, Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all have some weather on your way, but no threats as of right now. That's the good news that I can tell you. We will find out more of the damage. Now, if you live in this area where we mentioned just a moment ago, this is where, as a community, we all have to pull together to help one another. Do you live in that community? Can you help them? There's nothing worse than losing absolutely everything you own. Y'all know how this is. Insurance, yeah, you may have it, but clothes, think about just what a shirt cost, a pair of blue jeans. It's hard to replace all at one whop. If you can help out, take something over to them, we would certainly appreciate that. And Madison, I'm sure you agree with that as well. Mm-hmm. I know you've been over there working on getting everything ready. Have you gotten that posted?
I asked them where it is at, and they have not answered me yet. So
okay.
I've not posted anything of it yet because they have not responded yet.
Okay, so we'll get that up here in just a little while.
It's really cool though. It's that tornado is humongous. It was like this wide.
Yeah. All right, we're getting word there. If you'll see there on the screen there in the Clarkdale area, saying that homes and trees damaged in the Clarkdale area. I had Chris Reed. I'm not sure if you're still watching. I know Chris had sent me a message or two in the Clarkdale area also earlier tonight. Where is Chris Reed when we need him? Boy, grab that badge and that gun, do something out there for us. If you will let us know, Chris, if you're watching, send us a message and know the areas out there also. Chris is a great guy, community-minded, helps folks in the community there, and we do appreciate that. Let's see here. Percy Bland wanted to thank us for a great job we done tonight. Thanks, Percy. We appreciate you watching there. Of course,
thank you.
Percy can help you with any insurance work that you need. If you're looking for car or home, they have that for you. And as we mentioned, Patrick Allen just a little bit ago, we'll get a picture of that on there too. Storm shelters, they take care of you on that. Mike Reed, the people, and I mean this, I truly do, of the names that you see up here, I know 99% of these people personally. I've known them for years. They're good people. They go to church with you. They work with you. They're great people. Spend money with them. It all comes back. They are of utmost character. We have good people here. If somebody's not good, they don't advertise with us. That's just kind of how that works there. Mike Reed, if you have tree damage tonight and you need somebody with a saw that can come take care of it, Mike Reed, one of the finest fellows you'll ever meet on this earth, will come to the rescue with him and his crew and take care of anything. If you need that number, inbox us. We'll get you that. It's going to be some cleanup for a lot of people. They'll be there to help you out. We want everybody safe. I'm just double checking here to make sure we don't have any other mentions of severe weather or any damage. But let me go back to that map there, because if one is hurt, there could be more damage in this area here. And we've pointed this out several times, Madison. Let me show you this screen here. Here's the Wright Simmons story. As you remember, we had all those swirls that were making its way toward that area. Right there is where we lost that home. Kewanee Road. It's north of 496, right across there. Alamucha, Wynot Road. So check on your neighbors. Let me remember this too. If you've got elderly people that live in your community, hop in your car, drive over. Take you 10 minutes to check on them. It won't hurt a thing. We want to make sure everybody is in one piece, if that makes sense there. Chris Reed has responded. Still no power in Clarkdale. The softball field is destroyed and Zero Road is blocked, is what we're getting there. So, wow. So we find out more and more on this. All right, let's go back and do a quick look of what we've got on radar, and then we're going to let you gather your thoughts, get everything together there. Jesse Barrett said, has the weather moved out? Depending upon where you live. Alabama is moving that way on the west side, Mississippi. Just about all clear on us. Let's pull this up where you can see here. Here's radar. Let's go up through here. Let's give the all clear. Columbus area, Mississippi State is clear. Winston County, Louisville, y'all are clear. We've got these two tornadoes that touched down the eastern side of Noxubee County. We do know that somebody is trapped there. We come down into Kemper County now, light rain. All of Neshoba County, all the way back over to Leake County, all of this is clear. This has moved over this area right here, Sledge, Alabama, y'all are good. The only tornado warning that we have over this way, Livingston is in the all clear. Still some rain there. We have a tornado warning until 9:45 for Utah, Alabama. Y'all be good in there. Be careful. Heads up, Utah, Alabama, where the dog tracks are. Beautiful homes in that area. Meridian, Lauderdale County is all clear now. We have a small thunderstorm that is going right here as we look here on Highway 45. We turn on locations. This is going to be Marion here out by Rainbow Lakes and just around the Ag Center. Some showers there. Some showers down around Wynot. No tornadic activity. We have no warnings now for Clarke County, which is good. We have a tornado warning right here until 9:30, and this is going to go until 9:30, as I mentioned that. This is going to be Washington and Central Wayne counties. The Wayne County has been canceled. This is playing out there. Highway 84 area there as you zoom in on this. Here's Gilberttown. It's going to be just south of Gilberttown, Coffeyville, Alabama, Silas. Millery, just a thunderstorm warning. And we still, in this area here, this is Waynesboro, and we drop south of there, Clarke, Mississippi. These areas here still under a tornado warning. Leakesville is moving in just north of Central Nell, Alabama. That two-lane road there on 45, very dangerous. We still have a bunch of thunderstorm activity down here in Gulfport. Look at that. No warnings other than a thunderstorm warning. We'll take a thunderstorm warning any day over a tornado warning, won't we? And that kind of wraps up our weather tonight. Serious weather moving its way toward the Tuscaloosa area. Huntsville, Alabama, y'all are going to get this line of weather and on into Birmingham a little bit later. So everybody east of Meridian, be careful.
I did get that video posted. It was the Causeyville Zero Road tornado. It is through someone's front door ring light, and it's wild.
All right, well, let's just show that. And here this is. Let's pull this up where everybody can see this. Yeah, I see it. That is a good one. You see that? Let this play out as it comes across. It's amazing what these door cameras will catch. Yeah, a good view over there. Thank goodness they were safe.
Yes, thank the Lord that they were safe.
All right, as somebody said, the audio on that, and I've got to figure out how to cut that out. It was the loud audio. You couldn't hear me talking over that. But that was a tornado that passed. And Mattis, give us the location of all of that.
It was in Causeyville.
Causeyville. And sorry for the loudness on that, and I should have caught that and have turned that down. But that's what passed through the area there. Whew. Well,
It's been a rough night with all these tornadoes.
it has.
I hope everyone is safe, though, and is doing okay.
Yes, certainly. That is our main concern. Again, we're going to sign off at this point as the weather has moved out of our area and moved east of us. And again, those areas of Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, y'all need to pay close attention to this. We thank y'all for being a part of what we've done tonight. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning beginning at 6:30 with local news and things, and then another great show kicking off at 8 a.m. We'll carry it live and let you know what's going on in the area. We'll have special guests in the morning. FCA will come join us, and they've got a benefit coming up. Fellow Christian athletes. They do a lot for our community. Madison, I want to say thank you for joining me as well.
Well, thank you for having me. It was fun. Well, not fun for people, but it was fun being on here.
Well, I'm glad you were there. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see you bright and early, and we'll continue to post information as we get it tonight to keep you up to date with what we know. Again, God bless, and thank you so much for being a part of what we do.
Thank you.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by our following partners: